If you want to develop your child's mathematical thinking skills, Sudoku puzzles are a must. Let's look at a classic Sudoku problem. In this puzzle, we need to fill in the numbers 1 to 5 so that each row, each column, and each diagonal contains the numbers 1 to 5 without any repetition. Many students try putting one number on the left and another on the right, but still can't find the correct answer. For problems like this, we usually start from the area with the most numbers already filled in. For example, look at this row. 4 numbers have already been filled in, so there's only one spot left, right? We know that each row must contain 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, just these 5 numbers. The ones already filled in are 2, 3, 4, and 5. If you check them in order, you can quickly figure out which number is missing. So which number is missing? It must be 1, so you fill 1 in that spot. Next, where else can we look? For example, let's check this diagonal. 1, 2, 3, 4, so this spot should be 5. So where else can we look? How about this diagonal? Once we've checked all the diagonals, let's look at this column. In this column, we already have a 3 and a 5, so the remaining 3 spots should be filled with 1, 2, and 4. Let's first determine where the 4 can go. For example, can it go here? If we put it here, then this row would have 2 4s, right? That doesn't work. Can it go here? If we put 4 here, then this row would have 2 4s, which doesn't work. So 4 can only go here. Now, how do we determine where to put 1 and 2? Let's first see if this spot can be a 2. If we put a 2 here, then this row would have 2 2s, which also doesn't work. So this must be a 1, and this spot can only be a 2. All right, where else can we try? For example, this column, since it only has 2 numbers left, as you can see. What numbers can I fill in these 2 spots? The numbers already filled in are 3, 5, and 4. So the 2 remaining spots need to be filled with 1 and 2. Now, can we put a 2 here? If we put a 2 here, look, there would be 2 2s in this row. So this spot should be a 1 and this spot should be a 2. Next, let's look at this diagonal. The diagonal already has 1, 2, and 5. So these 2 spots need to be filled with a 4 and a 3. Let me ask everyone, can this spot be a 4? If you put a 4 here, there would be 2 4s in this row. So this spot must be a 3. Then, following along this diagonal, doesn't that make this spot a 4? We filled in quite a lot so far. Let's keep going. Let's look at this row again. See, in this row, I've already filled in 3, 4, and 5. So what's left? Only 1 and 2. Can we fill in this spot? If you put a 1 here, there would be 2 1s in this column. So this must be a 2. Now, for this row, what about this spot? Isn't it just a 1? Now, let's see which other spots we can fill in. For example, let's look up at this row. In this row with 1, 2, and 4, what do I have?